Earth babies, Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus. What it do? Sexy lady, give me your number, girl. Somebody want y'all number? Sexy lady. Happy hump day. I'm here to do a bonus reading for the Earth babies. What's going on this week? What's going on this week with the Earth babies? I feel like y'all some sexy kings and queens. People want your number. Somebody wants to get your number. Ooh, something going on over here. It's time to get outside, Earth babies. Sexy ladies. Get outside. Have some fun. It's hot as hell outside today. Summer is here, baby. Get outside. Have some fun. Get some numbers. Have some drinks. Yes. Clicked up. You can call me when you're going through the bullshit. I'ma hold you. Alright. We got support here. Alright, Lizzo. Lizzo is a Taurus. She is an Earth baby. She's a Taurus. And you got the Hierophant out here. Heavy Taurus energy. This may resonate with the Tauruses. Passing out tequila, doing high fives. Sexy lady. Summertime. This is that summertime shit right here. Summertime. Sexy ladies. Give me your number. Roll with it. Roll with it. Let me pause this. Big girls, slim girls. Alright, you know, ain't no discrimination out here, alright? Alright, Earth babies, ain't no discrimination. Big girls, slim girls. Ugh. Yeah, I feel like it's summertime. It's time to do those summertime things. Get outside, baby. Okay? Alright, let me first of all say that I cuss. I cuss like a sailor. So if cursing is something that you would prefer not to entertain, Earth babies, if it's something that offends you, I'm going to ask that you return to Tarot Universe to find a tarot reader that is more suited to your liking, because I'm still gonna fucking do it. I'm still gonna cuss. I'm passionate about my shit, so it's going to come out in a vulgar way sometimes. Again, if that offends you, please return to Tarot Universe. I'm going to try to keep this short and sweet. If you have watched my videos before, you already know what it is in the introduction. I do want to say thank you, though. And if you have not subscribed, please subscribe. Please like, please comment, please share. It will so help to bring light to my channel. Yes, I'm trying to bring some light to this channel. I'm trying to get my subscribers up. So if you have subscribed, thank you so much. And if you are watching and you have not subscribed, please hit that subscribe button. I would so appreciate it. All right, we're gonna go on and get into this, baby. I was playing Sexy Ladies by Lizzo. I don't know, this song hit me the other day. It touched my soul. Yeah. You know, because she's speaking about supporting one another, you know, lifting one another up. Yeah, she said, if you're going through it, I'll be there to go through it with you. I don't discriminate. Big girls, little girls, curvy girls, whatever your size and your shape may be. Yeah, I don't discriminate. And we should not discriminate. Yeah. I don't know. I was on Instagram the other day and I was reading somebody's post, and one person was commenting saying that I'm not ashamed that the big girl took my man. The big girls is out here taking men's in them. Yeah. And so many times I feel like, you know, the big girls, being a big girl myself, you know, we get discriminated against, you know. People think we can't get that man that we want. We can't get that thriving man, that we always get the bums and gotta take care of the bummy dudes. No, big girls can get valuable men as well. Not just skinny, nice body girls can get valuable men. Yeah. In fact, I think that men are kind of leaning more towards a more curvy BBW type girl. Yeah. Yeah. So I like it because, she's uplifting not just big girls, but skinny girls, all size girls, I feel like y'all getting numbers this summer. What's that song? I'm getting Little Kim song now. Ask any dude I've been with. They ain't hit shit till they stuck their tongue in this. I ain't with that front and shit. I got my own ends. Got my own bins. Immediate friends. Yeah. Oh. Ladies, I don't know. Ladies, I feel like y'all on some shit this summer. Mm-hmm. Flirting, getting numbers in the summer. All right then. Okay. So yeah, that's Sexy Ladies by Lizzo. Then I started doing the butt. I'm getting go-go music. So I don't know if people could like go-go music. Y'all could be from DC, some people that's watching. But I got doing the butt. Sexy. Ain't nothing wrong if you wanna do the butt all night long. Yay, ow. Yeah. Oh man, that was a good time. That's one of my childhood favorites. Reminds me of the summer. Just having a good time outside, having fun. No drama, no fucking stress. Yes. I'm wishing that type of summer on everybody. Just outside, having a good time. No drama, no stress, just having a good time, getting numbers, having drinks. Yes, baby. That's my idea of a fun summer. Hitting up the concerts, hitting up the brunches, the day parties. Because I'm 45 now. I'll be 46 this summer. I can't do the partying like that no more. I'm tired. I need to be in the bed by 10 p.m. rubbing my feet together, okay? But yeah, have fun. Yeah, I'm just getting summertime. I'm getting happy times, happy summers, Yeah. Doing the butt, sexy Earth babies. There's something sexy going on about the Earth babies. Then when I was, pulling cards and, talking to spirit, I started getting, speak, Lord, speak to me, from The Color Purple, the movie The Color Purple. Suge Avery started singing, speak, Lord, speak to me. God is trying to tell you something. Earth babies, God is trying to tell you something. He's trying to speak to you. You gotta listen. You gotta pay attention. Pay attention to your intuition, to your dreams, to what's going on around you. There's messages in everything that's going on around you. You just gotta pay attention. Yes. Yeah. So speaking of that, I get messages through music and movies. The part in The Color Purple where she started singing God is trying to tell you something. I don't know, her father disowned her because he felt she was too worldly. Yeah, he was a pastor, and he felt that his daughter, Suge Avery, was too worldly, singing in clubs and, having kids out of wedlock and, things like that, messing around with married men, yeah. But while she was singing in the juke joint that day, she heard the choir singing from down the street at the church, down the road at the church. And she brought the whole juke joint down to the church, singing, God is trying to tell you something. And she hugged her father, It says, see, Daddy, sinners have soul too. Yeah, sinners have soul too. Yeah, most definitely. We got the Hierophant card out here. This is some type of spiritual things going on here. Yeah, and something eating away at your conscience, earth babies, or eating away at somebody else's conscience. Because like I said, the Hierophant is a Taurus. This is earth energy right here, and the swords are air, Aquarius, Gemini, and Libra. I feel like somebody is stressed and regretful, guilty, maybe even. Yeah. Ooh. Alright, we're gonna go on and see what it be. But yeah, those are the things that I got. The Color Purple, Speak Lord, Sexy Ladies by Lizzo, Doing the Butt. I'm not sure what the name of that group is, but I know they are from DC. That was the go-go. I love go-go music. I love house music. I love all types of music, baby. I can listen to it all. Maybe not the heavy metal, but yeah, other than that, I can listen to it all, baby. Yes. So maybe you're the same way, Earth babies. Maybe you could listen to any type of music, all types of music. Maybe you're from DC, Maryland, somewhere. Yeah. Because like I said, I'm just getting the whole go-go vibe. The whole go-go vibe. Yeah. Alright, let's go on and see what this is about, Earth babies. Most of the Earth signs that I know, well, Taurus is, I don't know, I got Taurus on my mind. This may be specific to a Taurus, but I'm here for all the Earth babies, Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo. Most of all the Tauruses I know are children, including my own son. And he's graduating in a couple of weeks, and then he's off to Albany. I'm kind of sad about it, but I'm also happy. He's growing up. I mean, I raised him, you know. Well, we raised him to the best of our ability, so we have to trust that, you know, he took heed. Yes. Hold on a minute. All right, I'm back. All right, so the two cards that flew out at me were the Two of Pentacles and the Strength card. So the Two of Pentacles are the Earth babies. Pentacles are the Earth babies. Are you? Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo. It's all about money. Pentacles are all about money, all about work, all about business, career. Yes. The Earth babies are definitely about that coin, okay? And right here with the Two of Pentacles, we have balancing resources. It's like you're balancing your resources, stretching your resources. That means instead of getting the motherfucking Balenciagas, you gonna go on over to Marshalls and get them Jessica Simpsons, because they be cute too and they cheaper, okay? Yeah, so it's like balancing your resources, stretching your resources, flexibility, being flexible with your money, being resourceful with your money, and adapting through the financial storms, knowing that it's just temporary. Storms are temporary. Storms don't last always. Storms always pass. Yeah. So I don't know what I won't say water babies. I don't know Earth babies if you're going through some type of financial temporary storms, but know that trouble don't last always. It's just temporary. You just got to get through this period. You know what I mean? In order to do that, you have to adapt. You have to stretch your resources as much as you can. Be flexible, and balance your resources. Record your resources. Know what's going in. Know what's going out. Yeah. Yeah, there's multiple financial things going on here, multiple priorities. It speaks a lot about time management. Problems can be managed by managing your time, energy, and resources. Ups and downs are manageable. Time is of the essence. time is of the essence, which means you got to get to work. You got to get to work to get this right. And you got to be strong, because you got the strength card coming out right after that. You got to be strong when you're going through your financial storms. Any type of storm that you go through in life, you have to be strong. You have to be confident. You have to be brave. You have to have courage to know that it's only temporary and that it will pass. Okay? I also speak about there's like a guy on the Two of Pentacles card, and he's holding these two fishnets. They look like the infinity sign, like what goes around comes around. I feel like something is coming back around to somebody, like some type of karma, like so hopefully, Earth babies, you are on the good side of karma, because if not, there is some type of karma coming to you. Somebody's getting served some karma. Yeah, what goes around definitely comes back around. And like I said, with the strength card here, you got to be strong. You got to be confident. Yeah, you got to be brave. You got to have courage. Yes, indeed. So the strength card speaks a lot about determination and power and taking control. Yeah, determination, power, taking control to overcome challenges or doubts. Yeah, I feel like there's some type of financial challenges here, or maybe some challenges going on at work with a coworker, with a boss, a business partner, or your business if you're a business owner. Yeah, there's some type of challenge going on here, or doubt. And with this strength card, like I said, you got to be strong. You got to be strong, and you got to be confident. You got to believe in yourself. Be brave and have courage. It's normal to feel anger, rage, sadness, guilt, even shame. It's what you do with those emotions. I've been speaking about this recently in my readings, you know. You take those emotions and you level up. Yeah. I always speak about the meme that I see going around on Instagram, when it says, you know, when a woman breaks up or gets a divorce, the next day she has her degree that she wanted, she has her car, her house. Yeah, when you go through shit in life, you take those emotions and you level the fuck up. You just don't sit there and pity and shame. No, you take that shit and you level up. Yeah, you get that degree, you get that house, you get that car, whatever it may be. Level up. Approach things from a place of forgiveness, love, and compassion. There we go with that big word, forgiveness. The forgiveness is for you, Earth babies. The forgiveness is not for people that hurt us or do us dirty. It's for you, so that you can release those emotions of guilt and anger and shame and rage. Yeah, that's how you when you release those emotions and forgive, that's when you begin to heal. Yeah. It speaks about therapy for coping strategies. Yeah, therapy for coping strategies, quietly influencing and persuading others. It's like controlling without excessive force. You don't have to be excessive. You don't have to be aggressive. You don't have to be violent to control situations. Yeah, so I'm definitely going to recommend therapy, life coaching, mentoring. Baby, you got the Hierophant here. Like I said, this is some type of spiritual guide. Yeah. You know, to give you tools on how to manage your emotions and your feelings, and how to control things without excessive force. No one would know it's you calling the shots. Yeah. It speaks about being loyal, being solid, and enduring life's obstacles with maturity and composure, baby. That's what we talking about, Earth babies. That's what we talking about. Enduring life's obstacles with maturity and composure. Staying loyal, staying solid, taking your emotions and your feelings and using them to level up. That's it, and that's all. Being confident, believing in yourself. Yeah. I'm not gonna sound like a broken record, but that's what we talking about. Know that storms don't last forever. Storms are just temporary. Storms pass eventually. just like a thunderstorm. Yeah, it's gonna rain for a little while, but after a while, the storm passes. Yeah, it's gonna rain for a little while, Earth babies, but after a while, the storm will pass. I'm getting that Kelly Price on now. It will rain, there'll be pain, yeah. Troubles will come, count it on joy, yeah. Kelly Price says, something in my soul ain't right. I can't sleep at night, wondering when the change gonna come. I'm feeling that I'm not the only one. Tell me when I turn you off. Ooh. Water babies, you could be feeling that you're not the only one, that your partner is cheating. Yeah, but the pastor says to stay in prayer. I feel like maybe you've been going to counseling. Yeah. Stay in prayer. Yeah. Ooh. Yeah. Friends see you treating me like dirt. What happened to better or for worse? They could be treating you like dirt in front of your family and your friends. You like, what happened to for better or for worse? Yeah, I definitely got a relationship. I'm picking up on a relationship that's not in good standing. A marriage, particularly, that's not in good standing. You could be in marriage counseling. Yeah, talking to the pastor about it. But just know there'll be rain, there'll be pain. Troubles will come. You got to count it on joy. Yeah, count it on joy. Like I said, storms pass. They don't last forever. Yeah. Ooh, wee. All right. All right. Let's go on and get into the cards and see what it's about, because we got a knight here. Yeah, we got a Knight of Wands here. So with knights, I get male energy. They're like the knight in shining armor, coming in on their horse to save the day. They want to be the hero. They want to save the day. This is in Wands, which is Leo, Sag, and Aries. Very toxic to the earth babies. Yeah. I would never recommend a pentacle to a wand or a wand to a pentacle because it's very toxic. But I always say, you know, when we're mature and we can compromise to make relationships work, we can be with any sign. And honestly, I feel like with wands and pentacles, I feel like there's a lot you can learn from each other. Like pentacles, which is you, earth baby, you can teach the wands how to be more responsible, more financially responsible. I feel like wands can teach you how to be a little bit more adventurous, how to lighten up and have fun. Yeah. But you have to have that mental maturity to be able to, you know, compromise and work together to make it work. Yeah. Yeah, because I'm getting aggressive men, abusive men. Yeah. With the Knight of Wands. I mean, I can't tell you what to do, earth babies, but if you are in an abusive relationship, you definitely deserve better than being abused. Yes, indeed. So going back to that strength card, hopefully, you know, you have the strength, you know, to do what's best for you. If you're dealing with, you know, an abusive or an aggressive man or woman, take it as it resonates. Yeah. Specifically, the Knight of Wands wants you to pursue your ideas, your passions. Get motivated. Yeah, take action. Take action on pursuing your ideas and your passions. It speaks about having a clear vision and bringing your visions into reality. Being bold and courageous. Being bold and courageous. We started out with the strength card. Being confident. Believing in yourself. But look at the horse, though. There's some type of danger going on here. Yeah. Because it speaks about danger. And the danger being thrilling and exciting. I don't know, some of you earth babies could be thrilled by this dangerous man, or excited by this dangerous man. Very cocky man. I'm getting like a very cocky, big ego man. maybe even immature. Yeah, I'm getting immature, but it's like it's thrilling to you, it's exciting to you. Mm-hmm. But you got to be careful with this, Earth babies. You got to be careful with whatever this is, whatever this danger is that you feel that's thrilling and exciting. You got to be careful, because there are consequences and repercussions to our actions. Yes, indeed. Yes, we have free will to do whatever the hell we want to do, but just know that there are consequences and repercussions. Mm-hmm. I feel like this man or woman is highly attractive. Mm-hmm. Yeah. They want to be in your presence. This is some type of energy that wants to be in your presence, or you want to be in their presence because it's like so exciting and thrilling to you. Yeah. It says start including others. You could be a loner, start including others. I feel like people want to be a part of whatever the fuck you got going on, Earth babies. They want to help you bring your visions to life. Maybe this is some type of man, that wants to help you bring your visions to life. But it's tricky. Yeah, it's tricky. Like I said, I feel like they could be abusive. They could be aggressive. Take credit for all your work. Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-mm. Yes, indeed. Then you got the Three of Wands backing this up. Yeah, this is stuck. Not going your separate direction. Yeah. Ooh. Earth babies. Yeah, I feel like there's something going on where you feel stuck. Like you can't leave, you can't move on. Or somebody's stuck. Feeling stuck with you, like they can't leave, they can't move on. I feel like you can't even pursue your ideas and your passions. This person keeps you from pursuing your ideas and your passions, or you keep them from pursuing their ideas and passions. Take it as it resonates. But with the Three of Wands, I always speak about spreading your wings. Yeah, spreading your wings, going in your own direction. Yeah, it's time to move forward. It's time to start planning. It's time to move forward. It's time to get your self-confidence back for growth, for expansion. Yeah. Whatever's going on here has you feeling down. It's like your confidence is low. You're unhappy about your choices. Yeah. It speaks about not being able to grow, not expanding, fail long distance relationships. Yeah. Ooh, child. And here you go. Here you go, Earth babies. Being a mentor, working together. So the Three of Pentacles, which is you, Earth baby, speaks about teamwork and working together and learning from one another, teaching one another, pooling your resources, pooling your ideas, pooling money together. Yeah. I feel like, Earth babies, you could be working with someone. Yeah, to get them out of some shit, or someone could be working with you to get you out of some shit. It's like you're like watching and learning. Yeah, watching and learning. Thinking, sharing ideas, sharing visions. Yeah. We should be working together here, learning from one another. Yeah, working together and learning from one another. If you're in a position where you can't do that and you're feeling stuck, it's time for you to move on. Yeah. It's time for you to move on and work with people that will help motivate you. To see your visions through. Like I said, I feel like there's people that want to support you. We started out with Lizzo. She said, I'll be there for you for whatever you're going through. Yeah, I feel like there's a supportive group of friends or family that can support you and what you're going through. But yeah, I definitely feel like there's something going on here, baby. And I feel like it's with a man or a woman. Take it as it resonates. I feel like it's with a man or a woman that's keeping you stuck. They're aggressive, they're abusive, and you can't move how you want to move. You got to get out of this situation. Yeah. Because in the middle we got the Two of Cups. The Two of Cups is all about soulmates. Look at the lovebirds up in the tree. Yeah. So this is soulmates. This is business partners. It is in cups. Cups is water energy. Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, which are highly compatible signs for Earth babies. Yeah. Water and earth is a good mix, okay? But yeah, the Two of Cups is about having connection and having peace. Yeah. I feel like it's time for you to move forward, Earth babies, and get into a connection that's peaceful, that's in alignment, where you're compatible. Yeah, look, joyful couples. I said with that Kelly Price song, count it on joy. Count it on joy. Yes. I don't know. I'm just sensing that Earth babies, you've been through some very traumatic relationships, and I feel like maybe now you're getting to a point, where you're at peace in a new relationship, or you've made peace in your current relationship. It's like you're getting into alignment. Yeah, prospective soulmates, partnerships, proposals. I feel like some of y'all could be getting proposed to, getting married, getting engaged. Yeah, marriage and respect for one another. Yeah, I feel like this is a respectful relationship. A respectful business partner. And look, you got a Queen of Pentacles backing it up. So this is you. This is you, Earth baby. So queens, I get mothers and grandmothers. I don't know. Maybe some of y'all could have a deep bond with your mother or your grandmother. Yeah. A deep, soulful connection with your mother or your grandmother or your sister. Like I said, queens are female energy, so take this as it resonates. There's some type of female energy where you feel deeply connected. It's a soul bond. And I'm getting a mother energy. Yeah. So the Queen of Pentacles is the breadwinner, baby. Yeah. You are the breadwinner, Earth babies. She is the breadwinner. She is working 9 to 5 and then coming home, taking care of the household, the kids, cooking dinner, helping with homework, giving baths, ironing clothes, kissing boo-boos. Yes. The thing with the Queen of Pentacles is to have a equal balance between your work life and your personal life. Yeah. And backing up this Two of Cups, I feel like you do. I feel like you do have like a good balance between your work life and your personal life. With the Queen of Pentacles, I always get single mother. I get single mother. I get divorced mother, widow, or just having a spouse in a house that's not pulling the weight that they should. Because I get the movie Crooklyn with the Queen of Pentacles. So Crooklyn was about 5 kids growing up in Brooklyn, living with their mother and father. Their mother was a school teacher and their father was like this struggling musician. So a lot of the things fell on the mother, when it came, to taking care of the household. So I'm going to say, you have to delegate tasks, ask for help. It takes a village. You can't do it all by yourself. You may want to support, your significant other and what they're trying to pursue, but you also need a helping hand in the village. Okay? Yeah. Yeah. So that you can give yourself some love and some care. I always speak about the fact that the mother in Crooklyn got sick and passed away at the end of the movie, which was unfortunate. So I'm going to stress health here. Taking care of your health, going to your appointments, or maybe this is a mother. Earth babies that's sick, and you're taking care of her, making sure she's taking her medications and going to her appointments. So for you as well, I'm gonna say, make sure you're taking care of yourself, because if you're not taking care of yourself, you're not gonna be able to take care of anybody else, and somebody's fighting. Yeah. So shit, we got the 5 of Wands here. You got a lot of wands here. A lot of fire energy here. Shit is fired up. Yeah, somebody's arguing, fighting, competing, hating, and jealous. Ooh. Let's get into this 2 of Cups though financially. I want to see what this 2 of Cups is about financially. I also wanted to talk about the Strength card financially in the beginning, but if I have time, I'll go back to that. The 2 of Cups represents justice and equilibrium in your financial life. This indicates that you are competent in handling your finances and have enough money to take care of your commitments. The 2 of Cups signifies solid financial circumstances. Yeah. Although they don't necessarily indicate prosperity, they portend temporary financial stability. Since this card is about dependability, it would be foolish to interpret it as a sign of limitless good fortune, since the number 2 always denotes stability. You will likely have enough money to cover your expenses to ensure that this period of stability lasts. Baby, we talked about, a rocky times in the beginning with the 2 of Pentacles. I don't know. I'm getting here that I talked about this the other day. I forget what reading it was, where, maybe you want to pool your resources together, move in together to save on expenses. To ensure that this period of stability lasts, it is nevertheless essential to manage your money wisely. There is no reason to suppose that reckless behavior or spending above your means will go unchecked. Baby, if you spend beyond your means, you will get checked, okay? And like I said, we started out with the 2 of Pentacles where you were getting checked. Yeah, so heavy financial shit going on right here. The 2 of Cups represents equilibrium when it comes to money. Even though you may not have much money right now, you will soon have enough to manage your finances and live in comfort. This can mean that you should pool your resources. I just said pool your resources. If you're in a relationship, mutual trust can enable you both to move in better financial territory, whether it be through splitting the rental costs or pooling your different amounts of income, sharing bank accounts. I said that. Or moving back home. I feel like maybe some of y'all will be moving back home. Yeah. Yeah, but then somebody here is fighting, competing, hating, and jealous. Child, what's going on here, Earth babies? The thing with the 5 of Wands, though, is to hear each other out. Everybody has an opinion. Everybody wants to be heard. Everybody wants to be right. Hear each other out. Like I said, teamwork makes the dream work. We're all learning from one another and teaching one another. Hear each other out. Everybody in your circle has a unique contribution. Yeah. It's like you're all learning from one another. Even at work, like I said, even at work, everybody has a unique contribution, where we should be learning from one another. Instead of fighting, arguing, competing, hating on each other. I feel like whatever's going on here is cutthroat. This is some type of cutthroat environment. Like I said, it could be work. It could be in the family, because we do got some mother energy here as well. Child, what we got at the bottom of the deck with this? The Fool. It's time for a new beginning. Yeah, so the Fool card speaks about new beginnings. Even if you don't have it all planned out, it's a new beginning and you are just on your way. You'll figure it out as you go along. Even if other people think it's foolish, look at the dog trying to pull the clown back from the edge of the cliff from going over. So I'm gonna talk about this. I always speak about if you're ever having feelings of harming yourself or anyone else, and I think I spoke about this in the beginning with the strength card. If you're ever having, feelings of hurting yourself or anyone else, feelings of anger, guilt, rage, shame, baby, please reach out and talk to someone. The last thing your loved ones want to do is to have to lay you to rest or visit you behind bars, from harming someone else. Yeah. I'm not gonna go too deep with that, but I am gonna say if you are having those type of thoughts and feelings, please reach out for support, for guidance, for tools. Like I said in the beginning, I'm managing your emotions and your feelings, and how to control things without being aggressive, abusive, violent. Take it as it resonates. These are the words that are coming to me. Yeah. The Fool card also speaks a lot about children. So whenever I speak about children, I say honor your inner child. There is an inner child within you that you need to honor. Whether that's going back to school, getting that degree you always want to get, whether it's taking that vacation to that place you always want to go, learning to roller skate, learning to double dutch, whatever it may be. Honor your inner child. Do something you've always wanted to do and have fun. Yeah, I feel like it's time to have some fun. I just was speaking about summertime in the beginning. Happy fun times. It's time to have some fun. I also speak about your inner child. Healing any childhood traumas or tragedies. Again, working with somebody to give you tools to heal any childhood traumas or tragedies. If you don't have any traumas or tragedies from your childhood, you could just be simply remembering the good times from your childhood. Either way, you want to be honoring and healing your inner child. And I feel like there's some type of new beginning here where you're just throwing caution to the wind, Earth babies, and you're just going to fucking do it. Yeah. But you want to be safe. You want to be safe. You want to make sure you plan things out. Make sure you have a plan B. Yeah. Yes, indeed. We got the Hierophant here. Like I said, the Hierophant is some kind of spiritual guide, some type of spiritual counselor, a teacher, a mentor, a therapist, a life coach. Take it as it resonates. It's about spiritual teachings. Yeah, spiritual teachings, spiritual lessons. The Hierophant speaks. First of all, the Hierophant is a revealer of sacred things. A revealer of sacred things. There's some type of sacred knowledge here that's going to be revealed, that's being taught. Look at the two people at the bottom. They're being taught some type of sacred knowledge. Yeah. It speaks a lot about traditional wisdom, spiritual guidance, organized systems. So I always get like fraternities, sororities, religion. Yeah. It's like being a part of some type of system, some type of organization, that has certain systems, certain beliefs. And, I always say, make sure that, what you're believing in is how you want to live. And sometimes you just have to agree to disagree. When people don't believe and live the way you live or the way you think they should live, sometimes you have to just agree to disagree. That doesn't mean you're right and they're wrong, or they're right and you're wrong. It's just that people live in different ways. Not everybody lives the same. Not everybody believes the same. Yeah. Yeah. It speaks about conforming to established beliefs, looking at cultural rituals, learning from structured institutes like church, like school, like college. There's learning here. There's learning here. Point blank. Seeking advice from trusted experts. You have to seek advice from trusted experts. This serves you best. Respect the power of community and structured learning. Baby, then you got the Nine of Swords here. Something that's eating away at your conscience or eating away at somebody else's conscience. Yeah, the Nine of Swords speaks about something eating away at your conscience, something keeping you up at night. Insomnia, panic, anxiety, depression, regret, remorse. We started out with that with the Strength card. Guilt, shame. Yeah. Guilt, shame, shit keeping you up at night, overthinking, overwhelmed, worries. Oh man. I'm thinking about my son now. I did say he was going to college. I always ask him, how he's feeling about it. What does he think about it? But he always says, I don't want to talk about it right now. So I feel like some of y'all could be like overthinking, overwhelmed about school, going back to school, or I don't know, I'm getting maybe something shameful you've done that goes against your beliefs or your religion. Yeah. Or Earth babies, this could be your child, ashamed that they did something that went against, what you've taught them. Yeah. Yeah. Mental torture. This is some type of mental torture, having nightmares. Fears, feel like prison. Guilt, regret, dwelling on the past. Needing self-care. Confront your inner demons. Seek help. The danger is in your mind. Yeah, whatever's going on here might be in your mind, Earth babies. Yeah, because it speaks about making a mountain out of a molehill, making something so small, so big. It might not even be that bad, Earth babies. Whatever it may be, confront it. Confront it. And seek help. You got the Hierophant here to help. Yeah, the danger is in your mind. And look, then you got the Hangman in reverse. So now we back to being stuck. Not making decisions. I always get stalkers and spies with the Hangman. Somebody stalking, somebody spying, not making decisions, procrastinating. Yeah. It's time to confront this shit, Earth babies. Yeah. Are you gonna let it rule your fucking life? We started out with the Strength card. That's being confident, believing in yourself, being brave and having courage. Whatever the fuck this is, Earth babies, it's time to confront it. It's time to confront it. Yeah. There's no need to fear it. Yeah. And you got the Hierophant here. There's somebody you can reach out to help you overcome these fears. And again, give you tools. Yeah. Let's get into the Hangman real quick before I get up out of here. All right, yeah, we got indecision here, stalling, resistance, avoidance of sacrifice. Sometimes we got to sacrifice some things to get what we want. Yeah. Stalling, disinterest, stagnation, apathy, and delays. Earth babies, it's time to take a deep breath. Just take a deep breath, hold it, and then let it out. Do that a few times. Take a deep breath. Let this shit go. Yeah, let this shit go. Sometimes you gotta give up and throw in a towel. Yeah. I'm definitely going to suggest, speaking to someone for tools, um, just for thought and to give consideration on different angles, to look at situations. Yeah, because, with this Nine of Swords here, I definitely feel like you could be making a mountain out of a molehill. I feel like it's probably not as bad as you're thinking it is. Yeah. And be careful. Yeah, especially with this Fool card here. Be careful. You gotta be careful. Like I said, I get people stalking, watching, spying. Very weird energy with the Hangman. Yeah, but it's time to take a breath. It's time to let all this shit go. Sometimes you gotta throw in a towel and start a new beginning. Make sure you have a plan. Yeah, make sure you have a plan. Work together. Yeah, it's time to move on. It's time to move on. It's time to go your separate way. Yes, indeed. All right. I wanted to get into the Strength card a little bit financially. It says you're probably in a good place if you have successfully controlled your spending. You should be fine as long as you keep your cool. Furthermore, you may be willing to make risky purchasing decisions, such as spending money on something you've always wanted. This card's career-related meaning suggests the tremendous potential for professional and personal growth, but emotional control and a strong sense of self-belief are required, baby. I've been saying that the whole time. Avoid allowing fear to impede your success or make you appear foolish. Child, something told me to go back to the Strength card in a financial sense. You could also start your own independent business, and patience will be rewarded in the long run. This card suggests that you have spent too much money on unnecessary expenses that you shouldn't have, but that consistent cash flow will provide you with financial security and satisfaction. This card also warns you against engaging in investment activity or money laundering. Baby, didn't I say there was a consequence and a repercussion to every action? Yeah. I feel like these wands out here are a warning. Yeah, these wands out here are a warning. Against any engaging in any investment or money laundering activity. The cash inflow will be sufficient, but unanticipated costs will deplete your savings. Yeah. This is a warning. These wands are a warning. A warning that you should work with someone too, especially when it comes to your finances. All right, baby. Let's do some oracles. You got duality, self-awareness, observe and release. You got to be aware of yourself, aware of your spending, aware of how you're treating others. Self-awareness. With duality, I always get like two sides. There's two sides to a coin. There's two sides to a story. I kind of get Gemini energy with this card. We are in Gemini season. You did have a sword over here, the Nine of Swords. Maybe there's something going on with an air sign, where there's two sides to a story. But you got to be aware of the part you play in it. Observe it, release it. Yeah. Next we got Temple. So I get Temple two ways. I get Temple with churches, mosques, religious spaces, sacred spaces. I also get Temple with your body. Your body is a temple. Everybody should not have access to your body. Yeah. It's all about your inner being, visualization, and sacred spaces. Yeah. Treating your body as a temple. Your body is a sacred space. Everybody should not have access to your body. And I'm also getting religion here. I don't know what your religion is or your spiritual rituals, but tap into your spirituality. Yeah. Your inner being. Lastly, we got loyalty. We spoke about loyalty in the beginning with the Strength card. Responsibility, relationships, construct, and self-care. We got the Queen of Pentacles here, where I say, give yourself some love and some care. Take care of your health, because if you're not taking care of your health, how are you going to take care of anybody else? The Queen of Pentacles out here taking care of everybody. You are, like I say, you are a Pentacle, Earth babies. I feel like you probably out here taking care of everybody else and not making time for yourself. You got to make time for yourself. Give yourself a little loyalty as well. Yeah, just take responsibility for yourself and your relationships. Give yourself some love and some care. Yeah, most definitely. All right, I'm gonna leave it here, Earth babies. Again, make sure you're loving on yourself, taking care of yourself. Yeah, tapping in spiritually. Yeah, because when you tap in spiritually, fear cannot exist at all. You are trusting in the higher power, and fear cannot exist. Yeah. So tap in spiritually, Earth babies. I'm gonna leave it here. I love y'all dearly. Have some fun. It's summertime, baby. Go out and have some fun. Fuck all this bullshit. Whatever this is, fuck all this bullshit. Go out and have some fun. It's summertime, baby. Get outside, okay? All right. I will talk to y'all next time. Bye.